I'm Cynthia Izaguirre in Dallas with a look at your North Texas headlines. We begin with a developing story in Dallas where a 14-year-old boy is in the hospital. Police say he and his friend were riding their bikes when a man opened fire on them. Now he's facing charges and a child is fighting to survive. Rebecca Lopez just spoke with that teenage boy's family who are praying for a full recovery.
It was still daylight when 14-year-old Gerardo Menchaca came running through this southeast Dallas neighborhood screaming for help after police say a man opened fire on him and his friend. Gerardo's brother says he ran home bleeding and crying.
He was in the backyard. He was trying to kick down the door, trying to get help. After we opened the door, and then he came in crying and saying that his arms hurt.
Gerardo's father says his son's hands and body were pierced with shrapnel and he had a punctured lung. He was so terrified that he drove his son to try and get help. He says, I got in my truck and took him to the fire station. When I got there, they said the ambulance was at my house, so I rushed back. Gerardo was taken to Children's Health Hospital for surgery. He is expected to be okay. According to police sources, this all started around 7:30 Wednesday night, when the two teenagers were riding bicycles near homes under construction that didn't have fences. Sources say that's when they were confronted by a man who thought they were trespassing.
They were not even his property. They were in front. They were not doing anything to it.
Dallas police have arrested 66-year-old Victor Burnett for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Police say they found Burnett's shotgun in his vehicle. Under Texas law, a person cannot shoot someone during daylight hours simply because they think they are trespassing. Deadly force can only be used if they believe the person poses an imminent deadly threat or committing a violent crime. In this case, the teens were unarmed, riding their bikes, and told police they were shot at with no warning. In Dallas, I'm Rebecca Lopez.
We have been talking a lot about the upcoming election, but there's another one fast approaching in June, the runoff race for Frisco Mayor. For the first time in nearly a decade, the city is choosing a new leader. Jovan Paniker just spoke with the two candidates vying for the role.
Well, the race for the mayor of Frisco comes down to a special runoff. Mark Hill and Rod Villauer, two candidates who have traded jabs along the way, but have also pulled Frisco into a national debate and a world of divisive rhetoric. Both candidates sat down with us. Rod touts his 4 decades of being in the city and his experience running a multi-million-dollar construction business. Mark touts his experience as an attorney who was on the school and economic development board. Both candidates have prioritized public safety, taxes, infrastructure, and traffic. Mark Hill adds it's also about unifying a diverse and growing community. Both candidates do also agree that Frisco needs to continue to attract the largest companies to the area.
I know so much of this city. I've helped build it. I don't know how many of the streets, but a lot. I know what it takes to build. I know what it takes to lead people. I think I've proven myself.
That I'll be a positive ambassador for this city, and that I'll be a deliberate and measured leader for this city. And I have been consistent throughout.
Now, the special runoff is scheduled for June 13th here in Frisco. I'm Jovan Paniker.
Parker County is known for having some of the biggest, sweetest, and juiciest peaches in the state, but the weather is causing the crop to take a hit this year. Brittany Costello breaks down the science behind it and talks with peach farmers on what this means for summer.
Peaches are a family business for Gary Hutton.
It's just what we fell into.
His orchard near Weatherford is 4,500 trees strong.
Somehow we make it come together every year.
But every year, he knows his business relies on nature's goodwill.
That's just the nature of the game.
This year is a rough one, says fruit specialist at Texas A&M Tim Hartman, thanks to a warm winter and late freeze.
We did not get nearly the amount of show hours that we should have.
He says without necessary deep sleep, fruit production will be limited.
We'll have some buds growing, some not. You have fewer flowers. Many of those flowers don't even set.
Hutton admits he does not have as many peaches as he would in a normal year.
Some years, these trees can have as many as 5,000 peaches on them.
But he says he still has plenty of fruit for the season.
This really looks good for this time of year, for this peach, because these should get to be about that big.
The peaches are just part of what he's growing out here.
It's just I don't know, a glimmer of hope, you know.
For a family business looking to continue the Parker County peach legacy.
Next year will be the year. There's always a reason to be optimistic.
That's right.
Next year's the year.
There are no peaches on display just yet. The market opens tomorrow. Hutton says they will have some varieties ready to go. The rest will be ready for the Parker County Peach Festival in July. In Parker County, I'm Brittany Costello.
The FIFA Fan Fest opens 3 weeks from today in Dallas, followed by the first World Cup match in Arlington just a few days later. Restaurants are hoping for a business boom, but as Scoop Jefferson reports, health inspectors are making sure they're ready for the global spotlight.
It's inspection day at Gilberto's Taco Shop in Arlington.
Temperature is at 37.2, so it's good.
Owned and operated by Jose Ruiz.
Since I was 15, I got introduced into the business.
Passing inspection is everything to Jose.
Making sure that the kitchen is clean, make sure everything is done right, and temperatures, make sure the sinks are good, make sure the trash is, taken out.
All three of Jose's authentic Mexican food restaurants,
Tacos, burritos, gorditas, any type of Mexican food we make,
are on a long list of businesses Arlington wants ready for the thousands of visitors this summer.
We really are on the world stage here in Arlington for the World Cup.
Health Services Manager Amy Rockhill oversees the inspection team. Her inspectors have always used FDA standards to grade the restaurants, and with the first game soon to draw thousands.
One of those risk-based assessments that the FDA uses is the number of patrons. So if you're serving 100 patrons, that may be a lower risk than if you're serving 1,000 patrons.
The thing about the inspections here is we don't know when they're going to show up. They just show up. And I hope we did good. I think we did.
Jose proudly displays the A grade they received last inspection. The city requires the display for customers. Either way, Jose is prepping for World Cup fans and the reviews he hopes to get from them.
I just want them to go back home and be like, that restaurant was really good.
In Arlington, I'm Scoop Jefferson.
And those are your headlines from North Texas.